Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably seen that Ethan, what is 10 divided by 10 Klein, is now suing, although papers haven't been served yet, suing me, Casey Tron, and Frogan for what he believes to be fair use infringement or fair use violations. That's right, guys. That's right. The guy who saved fair use is here to kill it. And so, as many of you have seen at this point, let me put this here. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I'm so far. Wait. Let me see what I want to put. Yes, here we go. Yes. All right. Oh, yeah. Fair use is actually only for Ethan Klein. He saved it, but only for himself. That's how the law works. Yeah. Google, Grok, what's a precedent? What is a legal precedent? All right. Oh man, where to start? There's just so much to start. But first and foremost, we'll get to all of these. We'll get to all of these, okay? First and foremost, I have opened a GoFundMe for this defense suit. I've seen a lot of people, unfortunately, again, Denims haters are not smart. They're bordering on lobotomized. And I've seen a lot of people being like, can you believe it? She opened another one, even though she said she has billions of dollars. It's like, I know reading is hard. I know, I got it. I understand. But I clearly state in my tweet originally, ages ago, which people have been screenshotting, which I appreciate. That's dope. Hold up. I'm trying to find it. It was a while ago. But I specifically state, if I move forward as a plaintiff, I will be self-funded. And I get it. Big words here. Big words. But let me pull this up. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's the second sentence. It's almost like if I'm pursuing a lawsuit, I can take as much time as I want pursuing that lawsuit, choosing when I'd like to pursue the lawsuit. Whereas when you're a defendant, you don't have that same ability. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But just wanted to start with that. Maybe some people would understand better if you threw the R word in there. Yeah, you're right. That was the problem. It's just like, I'm not speaking their language. But, all right. All right, let me close all these. Okay, sorry. There's still a lot of tabs open. Close, close, close. All right, let me put these here. Got to get my ducks in a row. He's doing this shit so he can farm these lawsuits for content on his podcast. I'm going to argue something different. And I think once you guys see my perspective, you might be inclined to agree. Although that's definitely part of it, right? But we'll give me a second. Just give me one moment. All right. Let me clean up my tabs. All right. Some people are also too blinded by sycophancy to understand the precedent these lawsuits set would hurt everyone. It's suppression of critical speech that will chill future attempts to criticize creators one doesn't agree with. I think if a different precedent was set, people like XQC and Asmongold would be having a bad time. All right. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just cleaning everything up. Now, hey, Denims, maybe don't talk about this live. We don't know one another, but I honestly logged into my account after years of not using it just to say, maybe don't talk about this live, but you do you. Take care. Peace and love. Okay. Let me say something, okay? First and foremost, unfortunately, shitters in chat, I'm not going to get stun locked. I'm not going to get one guide. This is not the stream for it, unfortunately. So you guys are going to get banned probably immediately for being shitters. All right? Second, all right? I am not going to litigate this case on the internet. I'm going to litigate this case in a court of law. Okay? I am. What I will do, however, is show you guys how, first of all, bad this video is that he made. And second, how bad this document is. Oh my God. And after reading it, I am starting to be concerned that a lot of it was actually written by Ethan, what's 10 divided by 10 Klein. Yeah. No, it is definitely not a ChatGPT lawsuit, guys. It's a disgruntled ex writing one last love letter.
The Marlboros are gone, people.
And I'm afraid to tell you guys, the Marlboros are gone, people. Not even ChatGPT is that dumb. Exactly. ConjureMan, thank you for the 20 gift subs. Thank you. So, yeah, I just wanted to say the first page is unprofessional. Forget about whether or not it's unprofessional. I'm talking about, like, what's in it. Okay? Like, it's not good. But I'm trying to decide, should we watch the video first and then I think we should watch the video first. And then we should read the document, or the parts of the document that I want to read with you guys. So let's watch the video first, okay? Let me put this here. Okay. Also, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I think I set up a 10 gift sub alert. I revamped it just for some funsies, okay? Just for some funsies. Okay. Refresh because it's at 11K. Holy shit, dude. Oh my God. You guys are incredible. I'll be refreshing this all stream and trying to open it. I just want to say thank you everybody for all of the wonderful messages and all of the support. And I will be speaking with my lawyer, obviously. And I will be trying to give as many updates as I can from my brief understanding. Once the papers are served, you have, I think, 21 days to respond. So within 21 days, I'll be able to give all of you at least some semblance of documentation on where all of this money is going. So yeah, I will be obviously documenting everything to the best of my ability. I will be updating this GoFundMe with as many documents as I can. And I will be keeping you guys informed as much as I can keep you guys informed on how I would like to proceed with this lawsuit. 10 divided by 10. I'm surprised people haven't seen the Ethan 10 divided by 10. Meme. But anyways, okay. All right. 10 divided by 10 is 1. Did you mean 10 minus 10? No. Do you haven't... Oh. Oh, dude. What? First of all, respect. Mike viewer. Let's go. Let's fucking go. But, a Mike viewer that hasn't seen this clip. Come on, chat. You guys have it. I know you fuckers. One of you fuckers has it. Pull it up. Come on. Let this guy live a little bit. Let this guy enjoy his life. Let him enjoy his Saturday. All right. Now, let me open this. Let me close. All right. Oh, and last thing I was going to say on the topic of the GoFundMe really quickly. Well, not last thing, but one thing I wanted to talk about on the topic of the GoFundMe. Before we get there. Sorry, this clip. Ethan, what's 10 divided by 10?
They make it sound like they're being paid 2 cents. I mean, in a lot of places in the country.
He's talking about inmates who voluntarily sign up for California's Department of Correction and Rehabilitation's Conservation Fire Camp Program. They work as firefighters and get paid $10.24 per day, which is what it says.
I mean, $5.80 to $10.20 per hour. I mean,
per day.
Oh, per day,
bro.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not good at all.
That's straight up slavery.
So hold on, what does that come out to? Let's say they're doing 10 hours out there. $10 a day? Jesus, that's fucked. $10 divided by 10. I mean, it's $1 an hour.
With an additional $1.
Do you think he's suing the three of you to split the fundraising efforts? No, I think he's suing the three of us because this is something that would make more sense to sue individual people for violations of fair use. I don't think it would make sense to do some joint effort here. So, anyways, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. We'll deal with all of this stuff. All right, this guy is suing you. 10 divided by 10. Yeah. All right. Now, one thing I will say about this fundraiser, there are a lot of people that have been donating $5 to be like, I'm giving this directly to Ethan. First of all, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Just say so. $5. This is a peak $5 moment, okay? Second, oh, I'm so owned. You're donating money to my campaign. I would hate to get owned more by people donating to my GoFundMe. Ah. Ugh. Darn it. That sucks. That sucks. Ugh. That's so awful. Yes, please own me more. Please. I'm begging you. When I read these comments, I start sobbing in a fit. You're definitely getting your value, okay? You should do it. You definitely should do it. Okay, it's just, it gets to me so badly. Ugh, it's the worst. You should keep doing it, for sure. You know, to own me. Oh, God. All right. But yeah, I will be keeping this on screen. I wish it would like update without me having to refresh it. That's the only thing I don't like. I wonder if there's like actually don't know if GoFundMe has the ability to like auto refresh or something. But anyways, I will try my best to keep it to refreshing, or sorry, keep it on the side so I can refresh it and stuff. But yeah, please, if you have the ability to and you would like to support me, I will be documenting everything to the best of my ability. I will be obviously speaking to my lawyers, and I will be keeping you guys posted in the direction I decide to go. There's a lot of different directions that I can go. I can't get into them on stream right now, but depending on which direction I go in, lawsuit might take a couple months. It might take a couple years. It's hard to say for sure. But yeah, if you would like to support me, this is the best way to support me. So yes, please and thank you. If you have $5, if you have $10, if you have $20, if you have any amount at all that you can help, I would really, really appreciate it, and it means a lot. So yes, thank you for everybody who has donated. Thank you to everybody who will be donating. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. So yeah. Now, all right. Okay. Have you contacted Lolo for legal advice? Dude, and this is like this is the saddest part for Ethan Klein, by the way. The people that he's getting, these are the people that are part of his new fan base. These are Ethan Klein's new fans. If you want that audience, man, okay, go for it, sure. If you want the type of audience that says comments like that says actually anti-Semitic comments like that, then please. And oh yeah, mods, you're welcome to ban any shitters because I don't want to get stunlocked. I want to get through everything nice and cleanly. So, all right. Oh yeah, and the Lolo is like a public defender from my understanding. I don't think he specializes in copyright law. So yeah.
Take no guff from these swine.
All right. I had to check my drama-driven brain before suggesting getting the Eagle team involved. No, I've been very lucky. I've had a lot of people reach out and help in any way that they can. So, yeah, it's. Let me say one thing, okay? I don't think there was a clip that I saw, okay? Let me see if I can find it. No. It was this one.
Lost wages. Oh, so she's carving out. She's carving out some space here, some creative space here for herself. Any bills or personal expenses I have from lost wages and damages arising from this litigation. Lost wages? You mean the money you're going to pay me? Anyway,
well, from
so
like having to go to court instead of working.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think that's the intent, anyways.
This isn't going to court. I honestly, like, there's no shot. Ethan's a creep. I hope he loses again. Ethan's a little rat.
Dude, the Clippers over at that subreddit are fucking hilarious. Him reading the fucking hate messages. That's really... Oh, God. All right. Okay. Now. Trying to think of how I want to phrase this. I think it's pretty obvious, by the way, to anyone who's seen Ethan Klein's extended crash out, or anyone who's been part of the extended crash out universe, that this is only an attempt to hurt people who don't like Ethan. I mean, there is, I have it in here somewhere. Should be right. Well, where'd it go? Oh, it's up here. Perfect. All right. I think most of us have seen this clip. I guess like ones if you've seen it, twos if you have not seen this clip.
I'll tell you, and then I'll move right on. Everybody is probably expecting me to talk about this Denims. Denims announces she's suing me for defamation, for saying that I think that I hold her personally. I personally, in my opinion, hold her responsible for the CPS thing, which is obvious based on the call. So she thought it would be wise to sue me, the victim of her fucking insane incompetence. Stupid fucking dumbass. She's the dumbest person alive. I actually genuinely think, well, I don't know. iDubbbz gives her a run for her money. I mean, I want to destroy her. I'm going to ruin her life, probably. And the good thing about that is that just remember who shot the first shot. She's suing the victim of her crime. So, like, when I say I'm going to ruin her life, obviously I just want to put her in financial ruin.
This entire thing is an attempt to silence creators that he doesn't like and to silence people he doesn't like. There's a reason the document is 80 pages long, and it's not because the document needed to be 80 pages long. The document is 80 pages long to try and hike up our lawyer fees as much as he can. Oh, I will engage in like one bit of, one smidge even of stun locking.
Vexatious litigant.
I should probably have this on hand for today's stream in case I want to show it a couple times. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Should be here somewhere. Wait. Hold. Oh, yeah. You gotta love these people, by the way, that are still parroting this. You made people call CPS on them. I did? Then what's this?
Address something from Denims' correction demand in her letter. The letter claims I falsely stated that Denims herself filed the preceding CPS report, or that Denims caused others to do so. The letter also states on March 11th, I acknowledged Denims had denounced herself or anyone in her community making contact with CPS. Let me be clear. I have never claimed that Denims called CPS. I have never implied that Denims called CPS. If my statements were interpreted as stating this, I want to correct the record and make it clear that I do not state, I do not believe that Denims called CPS. Obviously, moronic, idiotic, stupid.
Obviously, moronic.
Let me
idiotic,
also address
stupid.
the point in the letter that I claimed Denim caused others to call CPS. I did not state, and I do not believe Denims made a direct call to action to her audience to contact CPS. Obviously, right?
You forgot to stay up to date for your Lord and Emperor. Forgot to stay up to date on that. Anyways. Like I said, guys, like I said, Denims haters are unfortunately the dumbest haters. They are. They look at this. Like look at how stupid these people are. Nice out of context. It's like a full 1 minute clip where he gives all the context he has to. Oh my god. It's actually out of context. I can tell. Oh my god. And then like this, like there's literally a full clip of him saying his words, saying, I don't believe this happened. I don't believe she called CPS. I don't believe she made others call CPS. You're coping. Do you see yourself, man? Do you see yourself? You just watched
It's amazing how delusional these people all are.
You watched a full 1 minute clip of him admitting to this. And then you say other people are coping. Oh, God. Oh, fucking Christ, dude. How convenient. You didn't post the entire H3 episode. Oh, fucking Christ, dude. Okay. But yeah, this entire venture by Ethan is, in my opinion, it's pretty transparently an attempt to threaten creators and to exert his force over these content creators, over people like me.
Of a 3-hour stream. Even then, you need the stream before for full context. I am so SMRT.
Yeah. To try and threaten content creators like me, to try and threaten people like Frogan, Kaceytron, etc. I mean, that's why there's clips of him saying, I want...
That she, just remember who shot the first shot. So, like, when I say I'm going to ruin her life, obviously I just want to put her in financial ruin.
You know... So anyways, let me put this here on the side in case I end up wanting it again. All right. So, okay, moving on. Let's watch his video, shall we? Because I see a lot of people that are hopping in just now and they're like, I'm confused. What are you getting sued for? I don't understand. I want to get into it. Let's watch his video. I think the easiest place to start would be to watch his video and then showing you guys some of the amazing parts of this lawsuit. If you guys haven't read it yourself, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. Let me put this. This is 10 divided by 10. Christ. All right. Let's watch, shall we? Donating for you to lose against Ethan. Oh, I'm so owned. Oh, don't donate to me. Ugh. That's so awful. You're owning me so epically. If only I could get you to stop doing that. Oh, damn, darn it. You got me. It would be really bad if a lot of people did the same thing. Ugh. All right. That clip where he says, no shot, this is going to court is a really funny clip. It's really funny. All right. Enough stalling.
Thanks for reminding me to resub chatter KEKW.
Yeah, if you really want to own me, you should donate and you should gift 100 subs. And you should prime sub, for sure. For sure, you should do that. That would be the best way to epically own me. Ugh, I would be so owned if you did that. All right.
Denims is streaming.
I just want to say, we just hit $13,000. Can we get a let's fucking go?
My favorite part is Ethan recording himself committing federal crimes. Burning money, asking employees for prescription drugs.
Let's go!
Denims is streaming.
All right. Also, Sailcat, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Constex, thank you for the 5. Undersuit, thank you for the 5. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Joel, thank you for the 2 gift subs. Sorry if I'm missing any, but all right.
Get owned KEKW.
Oh, fuck. I just got owned.
My lawyer can't do fucking shit.
That is the
I've been
new.
epically owning Denims for 38 months now. I hope Ethan fans do the same.
That is, in fact, the new sub alert for 10 gift subs. I thought it was worth putting in.
You.
Okay? I thought this is the best time to put it in, all right?
My lawyer can't do fucking shit.
Using my prime to own the libs.
Can't do... Joe, thank you for the 10. Tank, thank you for the 10. Sailcat, thank you for the 10. Also, GB Cats, holy shit, thank you for the 100. Jesus. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Whoa, thank you. Thank you so much. Look at these people. Wait, don't ban them. Hold up. You're all losers. Yes, more. I think very few people online that hate on me don't know that this makes me stronger. You're giving me more power.
My lawyer can't do fucking shit.
Yes.
I hope you learn your lesson from this.
Thank you for the 6 months, Moonworld. Surson, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you so much. Thank you. GB Cats again, thank you so much for the 100 gift subs. You're fucking crazy. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. Also, the best reason to gift right now, the best reason to gift subs and the best reason to sub and use your Prime is because you know...
The rolls are gone, people.
There's at least a couple H3 fans right now that are seething. They're like, well, I don't get it. But
My lawyer can't do fucking shit.
She's an evil succubus. She's an evil woman, and you're giving her money. Why would you do this? Why? Why are you doing this? I don't get it. Oh, God. But anywho, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Nom, thank you for the 5 gifts.
The Marlboros are gone.
The Marlboros are gone, people. Okay. All right. Zale Cat, thank you for the 1,000 videos. Okay. Let's go. Shall we? This is one criticism. Sorry, one last thing. This is one criticism I don't get.
Please ruin his zoophilic life.
You put on a brave face, but I really hope for your sake you have a good backup plan for when streaming is no longer an option after this. In your universe, do you think that the second a lawsuit happens, your channel explodes? Like, what do you... Huh?
Denims is streaming.
Does he think Ethan gets to steal your stream key or some shit? I don't know. I don't understand what their idea is there, but okay. All right. Let's lock in, shall we? Let's lock in. Okay. Okay, wait, sorry, one more. Because once I start, I can't do this anymore, so one more.
Sorry to disrupt the topic, but I dropped my bubble tea on the floor and I am inconsolably sad lovers.
No. No. I'm sorry for your boba tea. Oh, she doesn't know how expensive this is going to be. Yeah, I just put a 100K goal for fun. Oh, God. All right, okay. No more getting sunlocked. No more getting one guide. Mods, you can ban. You can take out the trash. All right? Take out the trash. Also, we just got another $435. Fucking massive, fucking huge. Thank you for everybody who's donated. I really, really appreciate it. And like I said, once the papers are served, which he said they're supposed to get served any day now. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Once they get served, we have 21 days to respond, so you guys will be able to get at least something from me, some documentation or some updates from me pretty quickly. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be exciting. All right.
Hi there. My name is Ethan Klein, and my favorite hobby. Hi there. My name.
You better not have told them the story. I did not. You can share the story. I don't want to share it. You can share it. All right. Keep going. Let's go.
Hi there. My name is Ethan Klein, and my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today, I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you.
Quick sidebar. As many people have already pointed out, obviously destroying legal tender is federal crime, which he's later claimed this is fake money. But if it's fake money, why didn't you get the $100 bills?
Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney. Let me tell you guys a story. About a year and a half ago, it's a big conversation called ReactGate. ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community
Ethan
about
is
what
the most
constituted
cringe person
fair
in
use.
existence, ONG.
People like Hassan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak. Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail, the same title, so that they could cannibalize traffic from the original video. Here's what Lamino had to say about
Which the controversy, in my opinion, and this was my opinion at the time, this is my opinion now, and this is Ethan Klein's opinion, by the way, which, do I have the video? I don't know if I have it on hand. I'll try and find it if I have it. It's the one where he says, sorry. Okay, one little stun lock, one little stun lock. I hope he shits on you in the lawsuit. Why are H3 fans poop obsessed? Genuine question. Why? Wait. Oh man, I forgot to prep this one. Here it is. No, wait, it might be in the reply to this. Is it this one?
A wholesale re-uploading of like an episode. And we
Yeah, of
used to
course.
have that big
No, it's not this one. It's the one where he's on Leftovers talking to Hassan about it, and he talks about how like streaming is a different beast. And streaming is very different from YouTube. Let me see. I didn't save it, I guess. No, maybe I did. Maybe I did. Wait. Hold up. No, not this. This one. Here it is. Found it. Wait. No, it's not this one either. What am I looking for? Where is it? It's the one, if anyone can find it, please. Thank you. I would appreciate it. But it's the one where he talks about how he's talking to Hassan about how he's like he views the difference between streaming on Twitch and uploading to YouTube. And that the uploading to YouTube is the part that is particularly egregious. But I thought I had it saved, and I guess I just didn't have it saved. But I know one of you probably has this link. So I would appreciate if one of you posted it, because I don't know. I guess I just think it's this one. Oh, yes. Here we go. And this is the same opinion that I've had long before this this chapter of Reactgate. And it's the same opinion that I have now. And it's the same opinion that, like, reasonable people have. And I'll get into why.
And you said this is why Ethan's argument is not good, because it always devolves into you don't react hard enough.
Because at the end of the day, there are no clear-cut guidelines, no clear-cut boundaries on like what to do, no like standardized best practices. And the argument always will, in the eyes of the audience especially, devolve into... I don't
think so. I think I circumvented that pretty good. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm not... I was...
Yeah, it will always devolve into you're not reacting hard enough. Obviously, there are boundaries that I think aren't established, but like most people understand are bad. However, especially if you're doing like long form content, especially if you're doing live streamed content without pre-production like you do, because you have your own version of that as well as like the members only broadcast, there will always be lulls and moments of like dead air or even you getting up. But that's also live reaction.
Here I'm talking, and I made it clear, I'm talking specifically about his YouTube channel. I wouldn't make this claim. Okay, well that's something I made clear at the beginning. So so we're talking about his YouTube channel. Now I would never claim that about streaming, because I agree that streaming is too much of a gray area.
There's a longer version of this clip, but basically it's not necessarily the streaming that is the most offensive part. Morally, it's the, not legally, it's the re-upload to YouTube that absolutely does funnel views away from people's YouTube channels. When you have the same exact thumbnail as someone who spent months on a video, and your video gets like millions of views, like some percentage of those views, considering that it's on the same platform, that is absolutely funneling some of the revenue over to the other video, which is why it's the wholesale re-upload to YouTube, like within 24 hours. And I talk about this as well in this video, but I don't want to get too deep into it until we get there. The market segment that is Twitch viewers and the market segment that is YouTube viewers, there is a distinct difference between these. And one of them is, what would be the best wording to use? One of them is irresponsible. The blatant re-upload to YouTube with like 20 minutes of additional added content, and it's the same exact thumbnail and it's the same exact title, that absolutely is hurting the original video in the algorithm, right? Versus the lack of uploading, versus like a Twitch stream. So, okay, we'll get into it because he pulls it up, and I don't know why he puts one of these sections in, but we'll go through it.
About this phenomenon.
I don't mind people reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entirety of my video. A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work. Or, you know, they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission. Something that none of the major reaction channels have ever done when they've streamed or re-uploaded my videos. But to answer your question, no, I don't want people to stream or re-upload the entirety of my videos.
Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry, because why should these content thieves, essentially, get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening? I mean, people don't like injustice, and we all see this, and no, it's not right. This debate culminated when XQC, one of the prime suspects, called into my show to debate me, in which case I'm sad to report that I was terribly owned. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright, or like the fact that it's illegal? Does that matter?
Back during the peak era, back during the worm, dude.
That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't, because...
Well, that's fair.
Watch me full screen cam, do the fucking worm, then watch your
Do
prime...
that.
Then watch
Bro,
your prime content.
Do it for a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least. The ultimate debate, bro. He hit him with the worm. Oh, why didn't I think of that first? I kid XQC, but he is not the one I'm suing. Despite my criticism, he's not a malicious infringer. But the ones I am suing, you'll see, are much, much worse. Now, ironically, after this debate and in the wake of this large conversation...
Worst worm I've ever seen. It's a type of worm. Okay, it's a type of worm. Okay, chat. But sure, let's find out. Let's find out what Ethan Klein has to say. All right.
The problem seems to have only gotten worse. You have people like Hassan Piker paving the way of fair use with what's known as chair reacts, when Hassan gets up to go to the bathroom or to eat or to talk to his mom or to do whatever, disappears for an extended period of time and leaves the video playing for his chair. Mr. Chair, they call it.
IDF had warned people to leave the area around the main airport in Sana. Then this.
Won't someone think of CNN? You know, won't someone think of CBS News? Hassan had the audacity to stream for 8 hours.
Extended periods of time.
And he had to pee.
Appalled.
And he had the audacity to steal from small creators like Fox News, CBS, CNN. I'm just like, finally, somebody is exposing this bad behavior at long last. Ethan is the ex that refuses to get over it. Correct. Yes. Sorry.
Real communists would get a bladder infection for CNN.
One stunlock. You're so dumb. It's not that hard to get your yours correct if you're trying to insult somebody else's intelligence. For the love of God. Oh my goodness. All right. Back to the video. Not that long. This operation will result in killing hostages and captivity. Will result in the death of those who victims. My favorite part about this is like this doesn't even show that he's leaving on content necessarily. It's just close-ups of him getting up. But this is like all of Ethan's content. He doesn't actually prove the points that he's trying to make. He just kind of shows his audience the things that he knows they will react to. He shows them like the colors and the shapes that they want to see. And then he's like, anyways, you guys can believe me.
We're communication. Well, I've been seeing especially
and it was in this setting that I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist?
I'm sorry, but like the light Yagami, this was actually my plan all along. It was actually my secret this was always the plan all along. I made this irresistible bucket of poop and I left it out. I knew it would be so good. Oh my god, dude. Oh, dude. So one thing that's misrepresented here, among a variety of other things, by the way, is this point that this person is making. It's not that he's stealing content. He's just, sorry. It is not that he is stealing just content, but leaving the videos after he goes and leaves the chair. Okay, so let's rewind for a second. We're 4 minutes in to when he brings up Lemino, which was the guy who made like this really good Kennedy video, and a lot of people watched the video, and then their uploads got re-uploaded and blah, 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 blah. And you can even hear what this guy has to say about the matter. He's talking about the ethics of reacting. He is not talking about the legality of reacting. I'll play it. And like, this is why it's like, it's so sad to be an H3 fan. He doesn't even respect you enough to like try and clip things in a way that is believable. He just sort of shows you the shapes and colors and hopes you don't actually try too hard to understand what's happening.
Ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work.
Notice how there's no commentary here and there's no focus on the legality. Here, watch the whole thing.
A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work. Or, you know, they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission. Something that none of the major reaction channels have ever done when they've streamed or re-uploaded my videos.
Because he's not talking about legality. He's talking about, why would he comment on whether or not streamers should ask for permission? He doesn't say legally they are required to ask for permission and they don't. They're very clearly talking about the ethics of reacting. And like, here, we'll make this on a grander scale. If you check your bank account and like Chase accidentally refunded you an extra $50, you might look at that and be like they were supposed to refund you for some charge or something, and then they accidentally gave you another $50. And you see that and you're like, I didn't see anything. Well, listen, they can correct it. They can find it themselves. They can correct it. I don't really care that much, all right? I don't really care that much. If some old lady on the street is like, hey, you know, do you have change for a $10 bill? Nobody carries cash around. But like, do you have change for a $10 bill? I just need to pay the meter. And she hands you a $50 bill instead of a $10 bill and says, oh, you know, times are so tough right now, but you know, got to pay the meter. And you keep the 50. See how one of those feels morally worse? One of those feels like you're stealing from someone who does need it, or you're stealing from, I don't know, not a corporation. One of those feels worse. We're not talking about legality. It's theft regardless. We're talking about what is morally worse. That's why nobody gives a shit about stealing from corporations. And so that's the same thing that's being talked about here, that the morality, or like how ethical it is to react to a video made by one creator who's put in hundreds of hours and who's put in a fuck ton of their energy and time into a video and put in so much love and heart and soul and blood and sweat and tears into a video, and you straight rip it, add 20 minutes and then re-upload it to YouTube and your video gets millions of views. That feels shit. That feels like absolute shit. Do you think the news anchors at CNN morally, do you think like, not morally, sorry, do you think that they feel bad when they see Hassan streaming their content? Like, do you think they're like, but I worked so hard on that? Of course not. Of course not. And to the people that are saying this, you've totally like missed the point. Like, you've actually, you're just, I know that you're just in here to be a shitter and whatever. This won't hold up in court. Did you notice how I literally said this is not a legal argument? We're not talking about legality. We're talking about ethics. We're talking about morality. I know listening is hard. Critical thinking is hard. I explicitly just stated 5 seconds ago, we're not talking about legality. And by the way, neither was this guy who he was quoting. You're just too stupid to understand it, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So it's just bad targets, not actions? And when did I say anything like that? I'm just talking about how it feels to have your content watched by a creator versus like being a news anchor and knowing that other people on Twitch watch your content. This has nothing to do with legality. This has nothing to do with the law. This has nothing to do with fair use. And ReactGate was not about legality. ReactGate was always about morality. It was always about that. And you'll see it time and time again. But honestly, maybe I should write this text on the screen. But keep that in mind, okay, chat? Keep that in mind. When watching this and watching him recap ReactGate, keep that in mind. All right? But you are getting sued legally. We're watching a video. I'm pointing out all of the hypocrisies in his video. The major hypocrisy that I'm pointing out, which I don't know, it's like, I don't know how this is difficult. I've just explained this like for the 7th time now. He is trying to pretend like the conversations that were happening during ReactGate were about legality when they never were. The conversations during the ReactGate meta were talking about morality. Like, it is fucked up to do X, Y, and Z. I know it's crazy. I know a lot of things to follow here. We're watching a video, reacting to the video, all right? And I'm breaking down what's wrong with the video. Okay? All right.
Piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist. They couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published.
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would.
Denims, you're trying to show non-Euclidean concepts to people who follow a guy who had to Google 10 divided by 10.
I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it.
Sorry, one little bit. Let's see how the judge will find it hard to follow, XD. I like how this chatter just said, I'm too stupid to understand what you said, but I bet the judge will be as well. Why are Denims haters so dumb? Dude.
Instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now, the thing is, there were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example, Denim sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers.
No comment. I gotta play it. Where is it? She's sitting here silently.
Nothing to say.
Where is it? Come on. Play, damn it. Why is my soundboard lagging? Damn you. Okay, it might just play super delayed. I don't understand. Okay.
That's 30 times her regular viewership. She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer. No comment!
There we go. Finally played 20 years later. Oh, gosh. All right. Also, we're using the Ethan Klein lied website again for all this stuff, okay? All righty.
Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit. Hey, everyone.
Your average views are like 3.5K. He's even lying about that. LOL, what? Just, when do the lies stop, dude? When? When will he stop lying? When?
Everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here they're offering these streamers as market substitutes for my work. This is the cardinal sin of copyright infringement. The Snark...
This has nothing to do with me. And he knows this, but the thing is, the document that he published is for viewers online. It's not for a court. There is no court that would take this and say that this is collusion. I have no DMs. Like, there was no attempt by me, at the very least, to reach out and try and provide this. Like, it's just, this is... has nothing to do with me.
Subreddit has been a frequent and persistent infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers, actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like double agents for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter. So, thank you.
All right. Did you work with the Snark subreddit? If not, then how are they aware you were viewing the nuke? Because I said I would watch it because he was hyping it up for weeks and saying, this video is going to be so good. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to watch it. That's it. Just like the same way that everybody else was going to watch it as well. I don't,
Snark. It's one thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement. But how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
Yeah. How did the Snark subreddit know about your top secret viewing of the nuke, Denims? How did they know? All right, let's keep going. Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
It turns out they just do it for you. You couldn't cook up a more incriminating statement.
DNM balls.
As much as I would love to talk about how this isn't what he's saying it is, this is in fact not what he's saying it is.
Solidarity in the fight.
You guys will get to see it play out in court. Okay? All right. Again, as much as I would love to get into it, you guys will get to see it in court.
If you tried. Denims, the queen of self-owning, you prevail again. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damages and
We'll just keep going.
Attorney's fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now, I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating? Even though theoretically I could sue a lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars, but the purpose of this is not financial gain. People like XQC and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing that. I don't want to.
Why would you say this in your video? again, guys, I really wish I could litigate this on stream with you all, because there are sections, it's not entrapment. There are sections of the lawsuit that sort of talk about whether or not the work is transformative or not. And there are opinions about whether or not, because this is a big thing in fair use, on whether or not you're supposed to like watch the bare minimum or something like that. But I don't know why he would admit that he doesn't care about people like XQC and Asmongold watching it in its entirety. All right. This was really bad.
Chill the reaction community into fear. Actually, the opposite. I hope that we can all unite against this type of egregious behavior that not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Talking about destroying the commentary community as we know it, when like you're the one destroying. This is the hot dog meme again. This is just the hot dog. We're all looking for the guy who did this. Oh my God, dude. All right. Well, guys. And then he plays it again. He's like, that was so epic. I got to play it again. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream, my fear is that Sony or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent that could endanger our entire field. Now, before I tell you who the 3 people I'm suing are, I just want to make it clear that they all met this very specific high bar of criteria that I
Not true.
set forth earlier. These people were not targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs.
I actually respect when I could go after the stupid, sexy Arab ladies I claim to have a vested interest in financially ruining.
It was a total coincidence that I went after the people that I did. It just so happened that I went after those people. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's just so. So bizarre. I want to find something for all of you that I think was pretty good. Wait, I want to find this. Hold up. One such example, but there are like, I wanted to make an easy block list for anyone who wanted to go ahead and block a bunch of, you know, absolute morons. So if you would like an easy block list, this tweet, I left replies open, 1.5K replies, easy block list. The number of replies in here that say skank, whore, OnlyFans, etc. I think we all know, Ethan, the audience that you are trying to obtain. Okay? I think we know. To pretend like the people that you're suing just happen to be women and that there isn't a very obvious desire to obtain viewers that are the most sexist people possible. Just be real for 2 seconds, okay? Just be real. on X. What do you expect? I don't want to defend Ethan, but he isn't even on there. He's not on there because he can't handle criticism, which he's admitted. There's a clip of it. There's a clip of him saying he can't handle the criticism, which is why he doesn't use Twitter anymore. But it's also in my YouTube comments, in his YouTube comments, in my Twitch chat, and in my Instagram comments. Literally, probably thousands at this point of comments that are anywhere from whore to probably the worst would be like a rape threat. I know, chatter. I know thinking is so hard. Listening is so difficult. I know. So you can't sue because you're a woman? What logic is that? Listen. Oh, the BoJack Horseman. That's very fitting. Listen, what I said, I'll explain it slower this time since you seem to be a little bit slow. What I said was he's targeting women who have less money because A, it's easy to target people that have less money than you in lawsuits, but B, because he's trying to obtain a very particular audience, which he's successfully obtaining, an audience primarily of people who hate women. I know that was hard to understand. I just showed a tweet showing a bunch of sexist comments, and then I showed his commentary saying it's not about them being women, and that was really hard to follow, but yeah, these 2 points are connected. Use your brain as best as you can, all right?
All 3 are on this list. In fact, they're the only 3, as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video. Drum roll, please. Who's sweating at home, guys? Casey Tron, the queen of ripping farts and bong loads.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this?
Frogan, who, bless her soul, she's still rising.
Oh, dude, Casey. Such an icon.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission? Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happened?
And Denims, the queen of self-owning. And my God, is she the queen of that?
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro, I love you, Hassan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty.
We're still playing this clip. Incredible. Really, the guy who... I mean, I already addressed this in my video, and I know critical thinking is hard for these people. The Sneeko fan, we're still on this.
Denims.
This guy. The guy who literally 15 minutes earlier.
Obviously just
Here we go. This is still the same. This is the same thing. He's recycling content because he doesn't have anything else to add in this video.
Bro, I love you, Hassan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro.
Once again,
I
speechless?
You're like you're my hero, bro.
Nothing to say, girl!
You're the coolest guy.
Here's the...
Nothing to say, girl! He sounds like a crazy person.
Just went a whole fucking... You just grandstanded on how he's obviously just must not be a fan of Hassan. And, like, how could she sit there so stupid and smug? Oh, my God.
Again, Ethan is lying. His proof isn't proof at all. The first time this guy shows up during this stream, it happens 15 minutes earlier when he meets Hassan's crew. Notice he doesn't react when they say they're going to find Hassan.
Right now. What are you guys doing? What kind of content?
We're just streaming. It's live stream.
Oh, live streaming?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like,
I'm
a content creator too, bro.
Yeah, sure.
I do content. So you're just literally live right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many viewers?
A couple.
I
You?
Yeah.
Like what, 30?
Probably more than 30.
Really?
Yeah, I would say more than 30. Yeah.
Dude, guys, my YouTube channel is @dating&money. Please subscribe. @dating&money. I talk about Palestine
Dating
on
and
there.
money?
Yeah.
Dating and money?
I talk about Palestine on there.
Okay, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to find Hassan.
Okay.
You hear that? I'm going to go find Hassan. And what does superfan, quote, "you're my hero," have to say about that?
This guy.
Where'd he go? Yeah.
But yeah, just type in and then dating and money, guys.
Just listen, chat. Do not fucking go to
not
dating and money.
Chat.
This is the own. The guy who literally, he's saying, you're my hero. I love you, man. You're my fucking hero. And when they say, we're going to go find Hassan, he's like, anyways, dating and money. That's the super fan who doesn't know who March is, who doesn't know who Lolo is, who doesn't know who Brett is, and doesn't react at all when they say, we're live streamers and we're going to go find Hassan. That's, yeah. Okay. I was just right. You're just posting my W's. I was right. This is so stupid to put in here.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault.
And then he puts in a video of somebody saying that they were sexually assaulted.
Hassan the F-slur in Twitter a day later.
That was not in his content, Nuke, because he didn't care enough to do the bare minimum research.
My lawyer can't do fucking shit.
My lawyer can't do shit. Thank you for the 10 gifts of Silcat. Oh, God, dude. Oh, my God.
I experienced should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes. Well, that seems pretty definitive.
He never... In what universe do you think that proves that he's a Houthi terrorist?
Matt Hassi and Zeta versus Ethan Klein and Hila Klein being accused of the same thing he's accusing you of now. The irony.
I like the idea that if you speak to like, if you talk to like an average like Punisher fan, like one of the guys with the Punisher sticker on, or even like talking to someone in the U.S. military.
My lawyer can't do fucking shit.
Or even like, let's say you talk to one of the people that shows up at one of the LA Kings protests, and you're like, would you consider yourself a soldier for the cause? And they say yes. That immediately deems them as a terrorist. That was not evidence. Like, this is how stupid he thinks. This is how stupid Ethan Klein thinks his audience is. He thinks that they are so stupid that he can play a clip where what he's saying is not happening is happening and pretend like it's happening. How are you defending him? He told Hassan that he's fighting in Yemen. That doesn't make you, saying you're fighting or saying you're a soldier doesn't make you a terrorist. I'm serious. Go talk to the people at the LA Kings protest. Go talk to the people at the anti-ICE protest and ask them if they view themselves as soldiers. Ask them if they feel like they're fighting.
Resistance is resistance against oppression.
That doesn't make you a terrorist. That's not evidence of you being a terrorist. Do you know if you... I made the point that I made. Okay? I don't need to keep circling and saying the same exact point. I mean, here you are. Like, you're literally fighting in this chat right now. I guess you're a terrorist? What you're saying doesn't make any sense, and you're saying it anyways. Being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes.
I like how this is the epic own. Him saying yes to the question, are you a soldier? That is clear-cut evidence of terrorist activity. Oh. If you're stupid enough to fall for this, your brain is Swiss cheese. Your brain is Swiss cheese, and there's no hope for you. What Israel did with the pagers in Lebanon is a good example of terrorism. Yeah, let's ask Ela. Was she a soldier? Did she serve in the IDF? Yeah, that is a terrorist organization. You're right.
That seems pretty definitive.
He never said Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Now for the...
That is also, I know, it's so hard to be partial, or to be impartial, rather. Those are different statements. Reading a chat message of someone saying, I never thought Hassan Nasrallah would be based, and then saying, hey, the reason you think this is because these people are more educated than Western media would want you to think. These people have had formal educations, and they're capable of highlighting the actual reasons why their countries have been destroyed by Western powers, is not the same thing as calling him a good guy. These are different statements. Like, isn't it crazy that this compilation of self-owns is just me being based? I don't know why he put this in here. This is, he self-owned in the self-own segment. Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
And again, that's a chat message he's reading. And then he explains the reason why you might be inclined to believe that Hassan Nasrallah is based is because he's formally educated, he's well-informed, and his opinion is that Western powers have destroyed, and like Western imperialism, U.S. imperialism, has destroyed a lot of the Middle East, which is a factually true statement. U.S. imperialism and U.S. involvement in other nations has in fact destabilized those regions. And so it's easy to see that and say, why do I think that this person is based? He's responding to that statement. That's a very different statement from Gallant is a good guy and a moderating voice. Those are different things. But this is also the same guy who, in the lawsuit against me.
My lawyer can't do fucking shit.
My lawyer. It's all my lawyer's fault. This is the same guy who, in his lawsuit against me, which was like, we'll get into it after we're done with this video. But, let me see. How do I? I'm trying to find it. Dude, this document is hilarious. But wait. I want to find this. No, this is about registering the nuke. Okay. No. Where is it? Wait. I think it's here. So I wasn't ready for pulling this up just yet. I was going to do this segment next, but I wanted to show you guys. Hold. Here it is. Like, you have to understand with Ethan Klein, every accusation is a confession. For him to talk about self-owns and about Hassan Nasrallah being a good guy or whatever the fuck, when in his document he states this, Denims repeatedly claims that Ethan praised Israel's former Minister of Defense, Yoav Gallant. This is false as demonstrated below, and the evidence of it being false was This statement, Ethan clarified by stating he was, quote, a moderating voice in the war room. Why did you provide a quote of you saying exactly what I said you said? Like just know, every time he says I self-own, he just self-owned like 7 times recently. This document is just, it's amazing. Again, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Okay, continue.
Now for the fun part. Let's take
also,
my
Joel,
lawyer
thank
can't
you
do
for the
fucking shit.
30 gift subs. By the way, my lawyer can't do shit. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Oh, man. Guys, we're $70 away from 14K. And we're only 170 away from 15K. I just want to again say thank you so much to everyone who's donated. If you have 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks that you'd like to help out with, please send a donation my way. Exclamation point GFM, GoFundMe. And I really appreciate it. Or EthanKleinLied.com. So, okay, continuing.
A look at the complaints. And let's start with my favorite of the 3, the very own, the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Casey Tron.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Will it only be used for the defense fund? Yes. Like I said earlier, for anyone who's donated to the GoFundMe, for anyone who already has, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. But after the papers are served, we have 21 days to respond, from my understanding, unless anything changes for any reason. So I will be actually able to give you guys updates relatively quickly, and I'll be able to keep you guys posted, hopefully with receipts of everything that my legal team is doing, and be able to show you guys what strategy we'll be employing, etc. So this is also the primary reason why I talk about it already, but like the difference between this GoFundMe and the previous GoFundMe, a defense suit, because again, I'm on the defensive. I have limited time to respond.
Marbles are gone, people.
Marbles are gone. And because of that, I have a limited amount of time to like get all my documents in order, get all the arguments in order, prepare everything for the court, and for the judges or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I can actually provide you guys with relatively quickly versus a case where I'm pursuing a lawsuit. I'm obviously going to take my time, and that's going to be a very different procedure. So, okay. So yeah, I really do appreciate everything. Wouldn't give him a leg up by telling her to start publicly. I mean, there's a reason I didn't say anything. But anywho, thank you so much. By the way, Flocky, thank you for the 20 gift subs. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Continuing.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you?
Sorry.
This without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think? Why are you so comfortable? We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's Casey Tron's. She smoked more than she spoke. Casey Tron smokes 42 times during her reaction. And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was no way that that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes, 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking in her...
That's crazy, by the way.
Quote-unquote reaction.
Crazy,
and whatever talk...
Those are some crazy lungs, dude.
...she did...
That's... I could never. Also, I just want to say, we just hit 14K. Can we get a let's fucking go in chat? Can we get a let's fucking go?
Was just to express how confused she was, presumably
from smoking 42 times.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
The complaint continues. Indeed, Casey Tron is often too obliterated to comment on the nuke, and instead stares blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, Casey Tron smokes marijuana, frequently in highly concentrated forms through vaporizers, on
I'm telling you guys, there is like a non-zero chance that Ethan Klein wrote these documents.
42 separate occasions. At one point, Casey Tron is so wasted that she states, quote, "What is happening? I'm trying to follow, but I've lost the plot." To give you an idea, the majority of her comments...
Denims, did you actually upload your reaction VOD anywhere, or did you just react to it live? My VOD was never re-uploaded to YouTube ever. Any videos that are on YouTube of my reaction absolutely are reposts from fan channels. The only place that I have had my reaction to it is on my Twitch stream. If you go to my channel right now, yes, thank you. Also, I just realized we're hype trained level 10. I didn't even see that. But yeah, if you go to my channel right now, you can see. Oh my God. Videos, highlights. And here it is. Here's the highlight. This is the highlight that I uploaded so that I could have it on record. I guess I must have had the thought already before to do this, but yeah. It's right here, and here is the entire reaction that I had to the content puke. If you guys are ever curious to go look at it. So yeah, and yes, this is 4 hours. It is a 4-hour react. And Joel, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Denims is streaming. All right.
Don't.
Did you get up once to go piss, though? I actually very politely got up and pissed before I watched the content nuke. How do you get a VOD to stay up that long? Well, it's a highlight, technically. So, Casey did nothing wrong. Show you guys, show your support, guys. But yeah, this is the full thing. I didn't want to pee during... I actually have like... I get sad being away from chat when I start streaming, which is why I very rarely get off of screen. People who've watched this stream know I don't get off stream that often. It's very rare that I even go and pee. And this was an 8-hour stream in total, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the entirety of this was 8 hours. And so we did our usual 4-hour stream, and then the content nuke was about to come out, which he's going to show. I went and I peed, and then I came back to watch the entirety of it with you guys. So I don't even get up from my chair during the entirety of the content nuke.
The Marlboros are gone, people.
The Marlboros are gone. Heaven fist. Excuse me. Thank you for the 20 gift subs. Okay. Back to the video.
Commentary comes down to this.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
He's red.
I mean, that is transformative in a way. She's smoking weed in reaction to something she's saying that substantially changes the content from the original form. I mean, listen. I haven't read her document. I haven't seen her react. So I can't comment on the legality of her react and whether or not it was considered fair use or not. And in fact, I don't want to, because I want her to have the best opportunity to defend herself in a court of law if she'd like to do that. So I appreciate the support. I'm doing this in support of her and letting her build her case as best as she can.
More books than you could ever imagine.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell
you
is
kids
going
love anime,
on?
right?
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
They do music musicals. They're very musical people. I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you look? You think I made this? This isn't a music video, Hassan.
And as dumb as all of that is, this is the part.
That's amazing, dude. That is. Listen, I don't care what your opinion is on Casey Tron. You have to say objectively fucking hilarious, okay? Whatever. I don't care if you're a fucking nerd ass. Like,
Well, it's not legal. It's not legal. Casey Tron's accent is not legal. I'm gonna side with the millionaire who built fair use. It's not legal.
just because smoking kills doesn't mean it looks fucking cool. Just because you shouldn't smoke and it will give you lung cancer and it's really bad to smoke and you shouldn't smoke cigarettes doesn't magically make smoking look less cool. I'm sorry. And it's the same thing with this. This could be the most illegal behavior possible. I don't know. I haven't read her lawsuit. I'm not her lawyer. But it's hilarious. All right? It's fucking hilarious.
Art that really
also,
got
dude,
her.
there's something very like everything about this is really just like if Ethan could see himself now, he would hate himself. The vape niche guy.
Pursued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. Without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're gonna watch it. What the fuck is going on here?
Love you so much, DNMO.
How the fuck is that hilarious? It's sad. Yeah, maybe if you're a loser, I don't know. Maybe if you have no idea of what's funny and what's not funny. I guess if you're a total fucking square. Sure.
Here.
Stating outright that her intention of doing this is so that people who don't want to support me can watch it through her is why copyright infringement laws exist. You could not and should not do that, especially if your commentary consists of you taking bong loads. At least try to engage with the content. Whoa, what was that? Oh, sorry. That was a flying star. It almost got me. You know her and you love her, guys. Frogan.
Two jokes.
Reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative?
That was, listen, smoke more, oh my God. She smoked more than she spoke. That one was pretty funny. That one was not funny. This was not funny. Reacting by exiting. Oh, boo. 0 out of 10. Oh, dude, boo. Oh, God.
It's kind of sitting there. It doesn't have to be funny. It's just facts.
He put this here to be funny. That was the purpose of putting this here. That was literally the explicit stated goal earlier in this video. The purpose of putting this text in front of or underneath this image and as the very first document, as the very first page of the document was to be funny. I'm sorry. He wasn't being funny. This wasn't funny.
Exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative? I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the new nuke ethically. Hell yeah." Huh. Very smart to say on camera, by the way. She said, quote, "Thank you."
Saying very smart to say on camera, by the way, when there's so many clips of Ethan Klein saying things that make this case, in fact, not a slam dunk. If Ethan Klein ever followed Shut the Fuck Up Friday, this case would be, I think, a lot harder to fight. But there are so many clips of Ethan, and even this video, there's so many things in this video that are just, that really, they hurt his case really, really badly. You know, I'm going to engage genuinely for 1 second, just really quickly. I think it's pretty cut and dry. You all explicitly stated you restreamed the video to take views away from him. That's stealing. That's... No. Basically, no. This is an oversimplification for starters. Second, the primary question is going to be about whether or not the content was transformative. Again, like, I wish I could get into it in more detail, and I want to, and I will eventually. But, you know, I'm not trying to be Ethan, my lawyers can't do shit, Klein.
You guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me. Well, you are so welcome, and I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day.
This is a genuine person. I'm not into the whole thing, but if Ethan's point is that you made money on YouTube and the re-uploads, which I heard online, why doesn't he just claim the revenue? Sorry for the question. Because I didn't upload anything to YouTube. XQC uploaded it and got like 1 million views. Asmongold re-uploaded it, got 1 million views. I didn't re-upload it to YouTube. A fan channel re-uploaded it and got 2,000, 3,000 views. I didn't re-upload it. Currently, the only place that I have it up, if anyone would like to go see it and judge it for themselves, it's a highlight on my channel. It's a highlight on my Twitch channel. So.
Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
Don't have anything to say? Dude, because he's cycling the same fucking points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole first hour and 1 minute and 32 seconds? It's been the same shit over and over again.
Sorry, 1 second. Wasn't that your intention? You said you wanted people to be able to watch ethically, right? I know it's hard to distinguish between the two brown women, but I don't know if you know this. This person and this person are different people. Yeah, I know. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just like, you just like look at us and you're like, terrorist, ah! And you're like, wait. Calm down. They're across the screen. They can't hurt me. I get it. I understand. It's hard to be a Denims hater. It's not the natural state of man. But yeah, that was actually not me who said that. So try again.
This video could have been condensed into 20 fucking minutes.
Which is accurate. There's so much of the content nuke that's just like rehashing old stuff over and over and over and over again. And there's probably less than 20 minutes that is new content that wasn't already talked about on the podcast, and new content that he shows people that is like relevant to this like takedown that he's doing of Hassan. Most of the clips in here, if not almost all of them, are clips that he's already been talking about for forever.
Like, what commentary do you want me to add by, like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot?
Sorry, I'm new. Are these all just copyright suits? Wait, no, this chatter is good. No, session. This chatter is good. Sorry about the ban. Are all these copyright suits, are these all copyright suits? Because, man, he should not be posting this video if he wants to win. I don't know what compelled him to upload this video. There's a reason he talks about how his lawyer can't do shit.
Yeah, he's mentally ill and he's having a mental breakdown and uploaded it to fucking YouTube? Are you going to make at least one good point? What do you want me to make a point on?
Oh, I forgot. She also said, can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing. You may use the bathroom, Frogan, although I don't advise it.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
This into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and
apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happens?
Fucking talking about
well, you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right? Like you get up and you go to the bathroom. You just pause it. They should be watching for you. But if you get up to go to the bathroom and they keep watching my video, they're clearly not watching for you, right? As lazy and pathetic as her reaction is, this is...
Again, for the purposes of helping Frogan strengthen her case, I don't want to comment on her case. I would much rather I would much rather her speak on her case or her lawyer speak on her case, and whether or not this matters, whether or not getting up and peeing for 2 minutes matters in a fair use case. I'm not going to comment. Unfortunately for Ethan Klein, he can't use it against me because, like a good little girl, I went to the bathroom to relieve myself, as he states, before watching the content nuke. So, brutal for him.
This is not why she's getting sued. This is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the nuke ethically? Hell yeah. I found my way from Reddit. Hi guys, welcome Reddit people. Reddit people, Reddit people. I came from the H3 Snark Reddit. Ethan is so pathetic while Hassan is in Japan. I'm bothered having a great time. Exactly. We're gonna watch it live, yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching.
Just again, as a reminder, these are the people that Ethan Klein is introducing to his audience. A bunch of people that call the three of us skanks, whores, go to McDonald's, call us fat, obviously, and literally the most anti-Semitic people I've ever seen in my life. These are the people in his corner. Also, this is like the perfect example or like evidence of it takes a lot to get banned around here. Like, look, he was shit-talking all the, don't sue Ethan, you're going to lose. Did you refund? Did you refund? And then as soon as he comments about, makes an anti-Semitic comment, gets permabanned. Well, got a timeout? Sorry. Permaban now. Just incredible stuff, dude.
To other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal. They talk about watching ethically, but I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is Denims. And honestly, just take a look at this, guys. It's a nightmare on Denim Street. Not only did she chair react, but she was kind enough to write her name right at the top just so that we knew that she was stealing my content and it was her room and nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denim Street right now? Here's some quotes from Denims. We're relying on you to stay
0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. Oh, Nightmare on Denim Street. That was not good. That was not good. She remembered to write her name. That's a sign that a community member gave when I had a P.O. box. Or maybe it was at a TwitchCon. I'm blanking right now. But that is... What? It's not good. And then also he puts like the chair, but like I don't understand the... Well, sorry, I do understand. I understand the purpose of lying. Lying is OP. But you can pull up the highlight that I have on my channel right now of me reacting to the entirety of the content nuke. And as you can see, there's not a single moment where the chair is on the screen. If you have any concerns about this being a different video. It's up? It's up?
Can you imagine?
Gotcha, bitch.
Go ahead, proceed. 5, 4, 3,
10,
2, 1.
9,
Oh,
7.
it's happening.
Launch.
My God.
5,
Launch.
4, 3.
It's saved. H3H2. Product.
Okay.
Enjoy.
And then this is the video starting right here. Sorry. I went.
Silo.
This is when the show ends, and then this is when the video starts. And then here's when it ends. I watched the entirety of it. And I was there the whole time. But yeah, put a chair in there, because why not?
Stay live so we don't have to give the nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denim said, quote, well, guys.
It's not. It's... As some of you might have realized, we're relying on you to stay live is very clearly me reading a chat message. But...
Guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content.
Again, I'm not trying to become Ethan, my lawyer can't do shit Klein. So, no comment.
Your content?
No comment.
The Queen of Self-Own included a countdown timer so we could tell exactly how long she was away. After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm gonna go pee, and hopefully, when I'm back, they're done with this.
Yeah. You do look better.
That's crazy, by the way, that I was able to get food and pee in 2 minutes time. I was kind of iconic. I must have not washed my hands. Are you even watching the nuke? No, because it literally says count. And this is, dude, thank you to the me of the past that put all this fucking ugly shit on the screen. Content nuke drops at 1:30, countdown to 1:30 p.m. Like you can see, it literally shows that this is not during the nuke. This is during the podcast. This is during their live show podcast. You know, the same podcast that he said, you're allowed to have all of my IP or whatever. This section. I was pissing. I left the screen open and I was pissing when I was watching the H3 podcast, the H3 live podcast, this same H3 live podcast.
Oh, I want to say a little show note. Okay. Here's to all the industrial entrepreneuring spirits out there. I am opening our IP to the world. This is a message with peace and love.
You can now make your own H3 podcast. That's right, everyone.
I guess you could.
What you mean?
That's not what I mean.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not what I mean. No.
Gotcha.
You can't make a fake H3 podcast. Although you probably could, actually, because I don't think anyone would mistake it.
I mean, if it's a parody, you can do whatever you want.
Anyone would mistake it. So our IP is open. I got inspired by Hassan. He has the Hassan Industrial Complex. So I want the Ethan Industrial Complex. I think it's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
And it's actually crazy how like many people are seemingly making a decent living from having their own clips channels of him.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to cut up clips from the podcast, from our members live, from anything with me in it, go for it, man. Monetize it. I will not claim. I will not remove. I will not do anything. I mean, to be fair, it's basically been my policy. I don't claim or remove anything really at all.
But now you're making it explicit.
Yeah. The only time I'll remove something is like if it's just a wholesale re-uploading of like an episode.
Except it wasn't a wholesale re-uploading, obviously, as evidenced by the fact that my stream was 4 hours long and his content nuke was 2 hours long. So it literally couldn't have been a wholesale re-upload. Just by numbers alone. More importantly, again, he then says like anything with me on it. And he later tried to clarify and say, well, I was just talking about the podcast. That's the reason why I'm saying I was watching his podcast when I got up to pee. The thing that he opened the doors for. If you were peeing for 2 hours, yeah. Yep.
Mr. 305. I see it.
Dude, you should do this.
I have an alternate.
Look at this guy. Huh. He literally said that's not what you're being sued for. I know it's hard to follow. I know it's hard to follow. But we weren't talking about what he's suing me for. We were talking about me getting up and peeing during the live show. And I was clarifying that he opened up his live podcast. I know following things is just so hard when you don't want to listen at all, but like, we're not commenting about that right now. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here. Because I'm going to be honest, I did not want to watch that by myself.
Let me also commercialize it by asking you to reward me financially for stealing his content. That is like chef kiss. By the way, Denims had a very successful stream. She had 43,000 people watching her live. Take a look at the title of her Twitch stream.
Again, for legal reasons, no comment. Nothing to say.
Ethan Klein Hassan content nuke watch party. A watch party? I don't think that's fair use. Now, Denims, of course...
I'm not going to litigate this part on the internet. I'm not going to litigate this part on the internet. Nope.
Always delivering the goods.
Like I said, I'm not trying to be Ethan, my lawyer can't do shit, Klein. I'm not trying to be that guy.
On this dude's podcast to debate fair use. And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating things in that podcast? The queen of self-owned...
This part is amazing, and this part we can comment on a little bit. I'm so excited.
Never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like I think filler content, like you shouldn't do it. I know I do it. Oh, sorry. Before we continue, really quickly. I'm going to call back again to what I said earlier about how ReactGate during this era of ReactGate, you have to understand, and people who were around at the time knew this, and Ethan knows this, but he's being disingenuous here and pretending like this was a conversation about legality, but this was a conversation about morality. And it always was a conversation about morality. That's why we're at 1721. That's why around the same time, this guy, Lamini, the guy who put together that video on the Kennedy shooting, when he talks about it, what does he say? He says,
reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entirety of my video. A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work. Or, you know, they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission. Something that...
Why would a creator talking about legality ask about the bare minimum and asking for permission? It's because he wasn't talking about legality. It's because the conversation wasn't focused on legality. The conversation was focused on morality or like ethical reacts. That was always the conversation. That's the same conversation being had here in this debate. You have to understand this is not a conversation about whether or not something is or is not fair use. This is a conversation about what feels like an ethical react and what feels like an unethical react. This conversation has absolutely nothing to do with legality. This debate that happened years ago during ReactGate had absolutely nothing to do with legality. Okay? All right.
Self-owned never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like I think filler content, like you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React stream. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that. Because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. Like, again, this doesn't matter in the context of fair use or in the context of a legal argument because it's not a legal argument. It's a conversation about ethical react. ReactGate was always not, it was never about the law of fair use. It was always about whether or not something was ethical. It was always whether or not something was an ethical react. All right? You're fried, chatter. You know, our law is an extension of our moralities, right? So they aren't that different. Absolutely incorrect, okay? Just because our legal system tries to work around our moral system doesn't make them not that different. Jaywalking is suddenly an abhorrent crime, an abhorrent, morally reprehensible crime to jaywalk. But cheating on your spouse is totally fine because it's not illegal. Just use your brain. Come on. Please. Just use your brain. Okay. But yeah, this is a conversation about ethical reacts. And I think, again, all of us here can agree, it would feel worse as a YouTube content creator, ethically, to watch your video get ripped and then repost it on YouTube and get millions of views versus being like a news anchor on CNN and then seeing that somebody else reacted to a segment and then uploaded it on YouTube, right? Like I would gamble, maybe I'm incorrect, that the news anchor feels next to nothing seeing Hassan reels and shorts and whatever. I would argue that I don't even need to argue it. A lot of YouTube content creators have been really upset with their content being used. A lot of content creators. So Yeah, this is a conversation about ethical reacts. This is not illegal. I'm done saying the same thing over and over and over again. But you guys got it. You guys understand. Like, I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority of people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk away from the screen. But it's about like the communal thing. It's why like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows without a conversation about fair use. Of course, everybody knows watching anime or watching TV shows, it's on shaky ground. Watching anything produced by news networks, or sorry, not news networks, like anything on that plays on cable. Or anime, you probably shouldn't watch it, right? Because they will go after you. Because again, who wants to fight Disney? Even if you could, even if your work was in fact transformative, and you watched like a Disney movie, or you watched parts of a Disney movie and you uploaded it to YouTube, and it was very transformative. You want to go up against Disney? Right? Is this a sarcastic post? Is any content ethical? I'm a journalist who sees Hassan and Asman rip cable news coverage to... Oh, okay. So I don't think it's sarcastic. It drives me crazy because those views could be going towards media outlets. I don't think this person is being sarcastic. I think they might be fried. Okay. With your friends, you want to watch it with other people. A lot of people go to watch streamers on Twitch for their react content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos. And they probably never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun content that I want to watch.
Like, I'm sure.
I cannot comprehend why Ethan Klein would make me look so fucking based by introducing all of these clips. He accidentally made me look so based. Someone sent me this. This is amazing. He made me look so based.
To any creator, make it like...
That he made XQC agree with me.
Looks stuff. Like, I'll be honest with you. This is just me personally talking, interacting with people that have these, or whatever you call that. When they do that, whatever. That's a red flag. It's a red flag for me. It's genuinely a red flag.
Sorry, not this. Sorry, he's talking about eyeliner being a red flag. Sorry, not that, but that was pretty funny. No, sorry, this one. It's true. Eyeliner is a red flag. All right, let's go.
That in general, okay, reaction, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't really matter. The efforts.
Sorry, thank you guys for not banning this guy. No, got banned. Never mind. I don't really care enough anymore.
Putting in for people to cut them off or kind of fuck them over in the algorithm, whatever. The reality is that it's a pretty good exchange overall, and the videos always will thrive super hard unless you're deliberately cutting them off. But even then, it's what it is. Because I've always said this, and I'll say this every time. The interaction between a video and watching it is genuinely good. And I have the stats. I showed you guys the stats last time. I have to prove it. Like, it's genuinely good, but it's okay. I don't mind
Always
not
delivering the goods. She went on this dude's podcast to debate fair use. And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating things in that podcast? The queen of self-own never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like, I think filler content, like, you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a react streamer, and I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that, because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have...
Oh no. Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy how...
I'll do as much Papega translating as I can do. Here is him, because XQC is obviously going to be predisposed to wanting to hate me or wanting to side with Ethan, right? there's more to gain there. So here he makes a stand against me in a way that makes very little sense. Let's watch.
You can try to rationalize something and make the worst argument possible. Guys, when I rationalized it, at least because I'm not a fuckhead, I have a good like entry level like just thought process because it's logical that I'm not trying to fuck somebody over.
Sorry, me saying I know I use filler content and it's not good. It's me coping, me building excuses. I'm explicitly saying that I do it. Like why? I don't even. All right.
But that is just a stupid argument.
Have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers.
And then like the Vox views, or sorry, the Vox and Vice videos that I was talking about versus how many views my videos or my stream gets versus how many video views the YouTube channel gets or whatever. It's again, this was a conversation about ethical react. This was never a conversation about legality. Okay. So yeah, my claim there is not, it's okay that I'm doing it because I only get a couple viewers. It's the level of harm that is being contributed is significantly less in the instance where someone gets very few viewers versus someone getting a lot of viewers. AKA, sorry, let me wrap this in a nice, wrap this with a bow. Asmongold getting 2 million views on a video where he just is re-uploading it and adding very little, or XQC doing the same, contributes a lot of harm. A smaller content creator getting like 100 views on a YouTube video contributes significantly less harm. All I was saying was some things are worse than others. That's all that statement meant. But he's trying so hard to push back against me that he's like, you're coping. That doesn't make sense what you're saying. Which, it's funny. But check this out. Check this out.
I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel I guess bad about that. Whereas I would feel very bad about doing that to a single content creator. The majority of people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk away from
that's my argument. She literally watched the fucking argument, whatever, between me and Ethan, and she owned my shit. That is word for word exactly my argument that I made a while back. Okay,
and now the Papega tries to claim that my argument is actually an argument I stole from him. You ever spit so hard that the person assumes that you stole their talking points? Let me see. When was the debate between Ethan and XQC React debate? When was that? Wait. Wait. Hold up. Wait, is this real? This is really funny.
XQC debates are some of my...
This is the Hassan reaction. This is to the debate. This was a year ago, August 8th, 2023. The debate on the screen that he's showing of me, by the way, chat. I don't even have it on hand anymore. I don't remember. Okay, I think it's this. The debate he showed of me, chat, was February 2022. XTC really tried to say you pre-watched my content somehow a year before I made the content. You pre-watched my opinions a year before me. Do you know how bad it is? Just on the public front, that my argument was so based for a Twitch streamer, and for Twitch viewers, that XUC assumed that I stole it from him.
Please watch. 50 views from the video, it's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority of people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk away from.
That's my argument. She literally watched the fucking argument, whatever, between me and Ethan, and she yoinked my shit. That is word for word exactly my argument that I made a while back. Okay. And it is stolen to the T, brother.
Screen, but it's about like I stole his argument in 2022 when he made the argument in 2023. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's incredible. Oh my god. Wait, you guys have to see the chat. The chat's hilarious here. The communal thing. It's why like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends. You want to watch it with other people. A lot of people go to watch streamers on Twitch for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos, and they probably never will go through.
It's more of the chat experience. You can give yourself the credit as a streamer, but it's more of the chat thing, right? It's more of the back and forth between.
Do you know how bad you have to fuck up as Ethan Klein that you make a video trying to own me by putting in these like this own compilation, and it's so bad that it's a bunch of people saying I'm right,
chat or whatever, and all the live interaction with the chat rather than just the streamer shit. The streamer shit is
like she's right, he's right, she's right, she's wrong, but she's still right.
It's kind of irrelevant. I gotta keep it up with you.
This is XQC's chat, dude.
It's a very low factor.
YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun content that I want to watch.
Like, I'm sure
From the people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are specifically there to watch it so they don't
Somehow
have
you
to
were no
scroll
straight
through
denims
YouTube and
no
find a
one
video they
insane
like.
shit is
If
about to
someone
go down. How can we be sure you were not a time traveler, sussed?
Well,
someone watches content, I already said this. If someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like.
Yeah, but low-key though, you need to always remember though, like you can say, yo, I'm gonna go watch this video at my friend's house, right? But
this is the best part of it. Like, here's the thing, right, chat? I said this already. I made a tweet and people were like trying to accuse me of not having ever been a juicer. And like, I'm a juicer at heart, or I've watched a couple XQC streams. I'm more of like, I'm an XQC fan the way that I'm a Hassan fan. I don't really watch the streams, but I like the content. And the few times that I've clicked in, I've, been having a good time. But sorry to get off on like a tangent really quickly, but I want to go over this. He had this tweet recently about BLM or something. Let me see if I could find it. It was brutal. No. Here we go. This old tweet from XQC saying, it's a shame that it even has to be stated, but of course Black Lives Matter. We fucking love you. Keep fighting the good fight so everyone understands this. I want everyone to feel safe, respected, and have the same opportunities to do great. And this is from 2020. And then he made this post. Obviously 2025, June 10th, 2025. The replies on this really give good insight on how much fact-checking is being done on X these days. Most of the replies are saying he changed. Not even a single person verified if the tweet was real. And then it's this, wait, the tweet is real. And I tweeted this and said, when you've changed so much you can't recognize your own tweets, we just want our juicer back. And people were like, you're not a juicer, stop, how dare you? And it's like, dog, I defended him against Adept, okay? I always said during that saga, I said, like, I'm not going to cover this. It's the same way I'm not going to cover, like, the NMP Milena divorce thing. I'm not going to cover it. I'll cover the very, very, like, most surface level. And my statement there was the same as the statement that I had about NMP and Milena, which is, if you contributed a substantial amount to the stream and the stream was, in fact, different because of you, then of course you're entitled. With Milena and NMP, Milena was the one organizing a lot of these events. She was helping run the YouTube channel. She was helping organize the band councils. And a lot of people agree she deserves financial compensation for all of the work that she did. And I think, and this was my take at the time, if XQC's ex-girlfriend, if Adept was also doing that, like she was organizing these streams, she was coming up with these ideas, she was setting all of these shows up, like she was doing like the back end caring stuff. Yeah, of course, then I would think that she deserves that. But from my understanding, from what she said and what from he said, she wasn't doing that. In which case, it's harder to be like, yeah, I think you deserve half or whatever. Like, no, I think you deserve the amount that you put in. You put in this much emotionally, you deserve that amount, right? With Milena is very obviously, she carried the shit out of that stream. She put in so much love and like soul and heart in that. And that's why I defended, that's why I've, you know, been in Milena's corner, but I was in XQC's corner at the time. So, anyways, off topic, super off topic. Just wanted to point that out. This is a classic juicer moment. This is why I like the XQC stream. I know, I don't think XQC is malicious. I think he'll come around, okay? I think once this Gamergate era is over, I think he'll come around. But this is the peak XQC experience. If you don't understand why people like XQC, here it is. This is what it is. Separately, and give you like the view or the like.
Yeah, but Loki though, you need to always remember though, like you can say, yo, I'm gonna go watch this video at my friend's house, right? But the friend's house is full of people, right?
Friend's house is full of people.
People aren't. Oh, guys, I'm gonna go watch it with her only.
I'm gonna watch it with her
only.
only.
Think of the chat almost as the exact same thing, but it's a lot more people.
Think of the chat, but the same thing, more people.
How do you not
it's
understand
appealing.
this? Guys, it's I'm just telling you, you need to give credit.
You need to give credit.
The friends in the room that we watching something together, that's the chat, literally.
The friends in the room together, that's the chat.
It includes a streamer, sure, but it's, I think, marginally smaller.
The people who are watching. Who knows what that meant? Who knows? Content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
That might.
Dude, while he was talking about that, and there's a bunch of question marks in the chat. Everyone is confused what the fuck he's talking about. That's a classic. That's the classic XQC viewing experience. Anyways, notice how he has nothing to say, no comment.
Friend is called theft, and you're a thief.
Because I'm right. The thing with Twitch versus YouTube is that these are like different market segments. I mean, a good sort of like experiment you can do. How many of you guys, when you're on your phone or you get home or you want to play a video game and you want some entertainment on the side, how many of you open YouTube first and how many of you open Twitch first? And how many of you never open Twitch and how many of you never open YouTube? You have an entertainment platform that you prefer to go to first, and in some extreme cases, you don't even want to go to the other entertainment platforms. There's a lot of people that watch Twitch that they open Twitch first, they look and find if there's any stream that they like, and if they can't find a single stream, they go through all their streamers and they're like, no, I don't care about this. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. Fuck. I don't care about any of this stuff. Then some people might go to YouTube. Some people might just close it, and just be like, I'll just listen to some music. The point that I'm making in that is, and this is a point that Ethan Klein made when he was talking about how he judges Twitch streamers and YouTubers differently, right? Because they're different market segments. The average Twitch viewer or the average Twitch chatter might not be someone that spends a lot of time on YouTube, right? Now, again, this is not about legality. This is about like market segments. Well, part of it is about legality because then you can talk about market substitutes and everything. But I don't want to get, again, too deep into the actual lawsuit because
I use YouTube throughout the day. I use Twitch in the evening.
I would rather leave the lawsuit to my lawyer. But yeah, all I'm talking about is the fact that what I was discussing in that interview or like in that debate was the fact that these are different market segments. There's something very wrong. And this was at the time when people were re-uploading full VODs or like full segments and they were changing basically nothing. Like it'd be like 10 minutes more, 20 minutes more. I think the most egregious was XQC re-uploading a video and it was 10 minutes more than the original video and that was it. And it was bad. And it was like the same thumbnail, the same title. It was just XQC's face on it. And it got like as many views as the original video. And at the time what I said was like there are people who are going to YouTube who are absolutely going to, whether accidentally or intentionally, click the XQC video instead of the original video. And once you watch the XQC version of that video, you're probably not going to watch the original on YouTube. The difference with that in Twitch streaming is the type of person that goes to Twitch versus the type of person that goes to YouTube first. This is about market segments. That's the conversation I was trying to have. So, yeah. It's not that complicated of like a conversation. It's pretty simple. But he's trying to reframe this and pretend like this has anything to do with like legal fair use, when again, this is only about ethics. What you're saying is the consumption model is a bit different between the two. Sort of, yeah. But okay. The people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are specifically there to watch it so they don't have to scroll through YouTube and find a video they like. If someone watches content, I already said this, if someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like. Or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube. The worst part is there are other people who've watched this clip and they had nothing to say. They had no comment. Because again, nothing I said there was incorrect. What I'm talking about there is about ethics and about the type of viewer that goes to Twitch versus YouTube. It's not about fair use. None of it is about fair use. None of it is about whether or not you're legally allowed to do something. If I tell you, oh, jaywalking isn't immoral, there is nothing morally wrong with jaywalking. That's not me telling you you should go jaywalk and get a ticket from a cop. That's not me saying that that's legal to do. That's me saying there's nothing immoral about jaywalking. That's it. That's the whole sentiment. That's the whole statement. Me saying there is something more immoral about the re-upload onto YouTube is very different from me saying whether or not that's legal. Those are different statements.
That, my friend, is called theft. And you're a thief. And now I'm suing you. This is just a testimony to how brazen and how safe they've, gotten. That she thinks she can go out in public on video and say shit like, I'm stealing this content because I want to.
I didn't say that.
Coping, even though I know it's stealing. When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original. Like, you are way too...
No comment. No comment. Again, I have to repeat it as many times as I must, but I refuse to be Ethan, my lawyer can't do shit, Klein.
Comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you have it. 3 separate lawsuits for 3 separate geniuses. Now, I want to make it clear again, and I hope it's been obvious about why I'm suing these 3 people and not others. These people not only violated all of the principles of fair use, they also did it maliciously. And that's the part that really got me. I think if you're a reactor on Twitch, for the most part, if you make a good faith effort to comment, and if you make a good faith effort to promote the author, to link to them, to try to drive traffic to the original video, I think you're probably pretty much doing the right thing, and that's fine. And I would never sue someone for that. Take it to these 3 absolute morons to state their intention to steal my property on video. And to all the detractors who are saying that I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright.
Worm footage, however, this is the fairest use. We need a new category legally. This is the fairest use. Yeah, we're transforming Meerkat. Oh my god, I just want to squeeze you until you explode, Meerkat.
Infringement. I just have this to say. I don't care. What I do hope, though, is that you'll support their crowdfunding efforts to defend themselves. Because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me when I win my lawsuits. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. I'll see you around.
Did you hear that, Meerkat? Yes, Mayor Cat. Yes. We get to fight Ethan Klein in a court of law. Now, unfortunately for Ethan, I think there might have been one misstep on Ethan's part, which is, as most of you know, this is this lawsuit was something that he did to threaten people that he didn't like. There's a reason that even before the information became public, he was very happy to dox us. And I think one thing he didn't know was the only reason I wasn't going as hard as I could have been going was because of doxing purposes. And now that I'm already doxed, there's nothing stopping me. Now, I didn't obviously want to talk about it because I don't want to tell people the reason why, but you were doxed. I mean, yeah, he even though the statements were in fact not public at the time of making this video, like these were not public documents that you could find because I haven't even been served the papers yet. The primary reason why I wasn't interested, or the only major reason why I wasn't interested in going super, super, super hard was because, you know, again, doxing. And now that I'm doxed, it's like, wait, I can pursue as many legal obstacles as I want, or like I can pursue as much legal action as I want. Okay. You want to fight this fight? All right, Ethan, sure. Let's go. Sure. Why not? You want to open this door? All right. So, yeah, I mean, this is what he wants to do. This is what we can do. All right. Okay. And I just want to say, can we get another fucking let's go? Can we get another let's fucking go? We hit 15K. I just want to say again, thank you for all the support. Like, it really means a lot. So, again, if you have $5, $10, $20, if you have anything that you can spare, I would really, really appreciate it. Obviously, already am speaking to lawyers and everything, and what I'm very excited about with this defense fund is that, one, now that I'm doxxed, I can go as hard as I want. Like, I can pursue this as far as I want. Because the only reason that I didn't want to pursue it that hard, or the only thing that was holding me back hardcore was, you know, concern about, you know, all of my information being public. And now that it's public, because of Ethan Klein, I can pursue this. I can pursue this as far as I'd like to pursue this. And the only thing stopping me from pursuing this as far as I'd like to is financials. So there's obviously, I cannot share with you guys until actions have been made certain by my legal team. But, you know, there's a couple different ways that we can go with this, and I plan to keep all of you posted with every single bit that I can. So, yeah. I love this type of person. You're really claiming you didn't sue him earlier because you didn't want him to know your name?
He puts all of his actual malice on one YouTube page.
That's
He's
insane.
a thoughtful guy.
Oh, okay, then just post your full name and your address then. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Getting doxxed? You wouldn't mind sharing it since it doesn't matter, since it's not that big of a barrier to entry? If I had legal damages, I'd be, oh, you would be fine with like swatting. You would be fine with like your dog getting shot. You'd be fine with pizza boxes. You'd be fine with threatening. You would be fine with all of that if you had legal damages. Stop being so full of shit, okay? Go take some laxatives and stop being so full of shit. You can hate me and just be a normal dumb person and hate me, okay? Don't be this pathetic. Don't be this pathetic. All right. I just got here, but will you be able to work with Casey and Frogan against this murder by Casey? I mean, I can't really comment on what that might look like. It's with a lot of cases like this, if there's a lot of overlap, it's possible for people to work together, defendants to work together. Unfortunately, we don't all have the same case because what maybe I did or what maybe somebody else did might be considered fair use and something else might not be. It's hard to say. I mean, you would have to put this in front of a fucking court, in front of a lawyer and see what they think. But it is possible that maybe we could work together on some fronts. Again, it's hard to say. So, yeah. Are you still suing Ethan in the other suit? Well, now nothing is stopping me from doing that, so we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Genuine question, how did he dox you? He only showed your name. No, he only showed your name. That's not really doxing. You know his name. You're actually like an idiot. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You're actually an idiot. Doxing is the act of publicly providing personally identifiable information about an individual or organization, usually via the internet and without their consent. Guys, it's not my fault. It's not my fault that Denims haters are so stupid, okay? I'm sorry. But anywho, again, I really do. It makes me sad that this is something that, you know, I can't be as brazen about in the way that I want to be. But this is a pretty incredible document. And I thought we might have the time today. It ended up, I reacted too hard, so it ended up taking the whole stream to get through this fucking bad video. So yeah. No, it doesn't. You're so stupid, dude. You're fucking chatter. So tomorrow, okay, tomorrow we will be going through these sections of the lawsuit that I can talk about. These sections of the lawsuit that do not cover the basis of his legal argument, essentially. There's a lot. There's a lot of things in here that like this. Denims claims that propaganda does not require lying. The Oxford English Dictionary disagrees and defines propaganda as the systematic dissemination of information, especially in a biased or misleading way, in order to promote a particular cause or point of view. the systematic dissemination of information in order to, because it says especially, which means it's not required. It just says especially, which means usually this is how it presents, but not always, in order to promote a particular cause or point of view. You don't have to lie. It says it in what he posted. I'm not joking, guys, when I say this is the worst case of every accusation is a confession. The entire thing is cell phones. I'm not joking. I'm telling you guys now, I would gamble that there's a non-zero chance Ethan Klein wrote this himself and handed it to his lawyer, and his lawyer said, "You're not going to let me change it anyways." Sure, why not? And it's a bunch of this. I like this. Denims repeatedly invokes the online content creator Ostenox without providing any further explanation on how it's relevant. There's another section that's really good. I'm trying to find it. No. And this is, again, so much of this doesn't even, it's not relevant to a case. It's just not relevant to this case. It's the reason that this is so long is not because the case against me requires these 80 pages. It's because it's more expensive for me or for anybody else to have a lawyer sit down and read this. It's an attempt to waste as much of our money as possible. That's his goal. And I think also like it's like a disgruntled ex writing their last love letter. Like it's him talking about how sad he is that like I'm not addressing every single point that he makes. Like he's venting to me and saying that he's upset, and he's saying it's not fair. You didn't even talk about the fact that I brought this up. You didn't even say this. And so this area, Denims also carries water. Carries is spelled wrong. It's the synonym for cavities is the one that he used. Caries. Carries water for Clancy. When Ethan critiques Clancy's obsession with e-girls on the platform, Denims seeks to excuse this lecherous behavior by making the tone-deaf claim about Clancy's obsession with e-girls as a sign of his virility. There's another section that says like, Denims claims she's going crazy watching my video and that I've lost my mind or something like that. He also says that I'm not an e-girl at one point in this, by the way. I can't be an e-girl because I'm a content stealer, because the content takes up more space on the screen than I take up. I know. It's I wish I could find the part. I'll prepare all these pages ahead of time so that we can do this tomorrow, because it's a lot of really, like, this is really funny stuff. Like, so many parts of this are really, really fun. Like, specifically the areas where he brings up things that are totally irrelevant. Like, again, whether or not I'm an e-girl. Or like the image of let me just find it. First of all, the number of mentions of Hassan, but this was also pretty funny. And then it was this one. I think this one's been making the rounds as well. All right. Oh my God. No. Where is it? Husseini meets Adolf Hitler. And then he compares, I believe he compares Hassan to Husseini. Like al-Husseini, Hassan has used his massive platform to spread genocidal rhetoric about anyone advocating for the right of Jewish self-determination in their homeland. He also claims at one point that I'm bigoted by saying that anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitism. Please tune in, guys, tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be, listen, I'm going to head off for today, all right? I'm going to head off for today. But I need you all to tune in tomorrow. It is going to be quite the Sunday fun day. We got through all the difficult stuff today, so I think we're good. And again, I really wish I could talk to you guys more about some of the details in this, but I just can't right now. So judges famously love irrelevant information. Actually, I've spoken to so many judges. They tell me they love it when you waste their time. It's really good when you do that. That's their favorite activity. It's like their time being wasted. I mean, they just sit there and do nothing for most of the time, so they love it. They love it when you waste their time, and you should always do that. Don't do that. For the love of God, don't do that. That's like the easiest way to get a judge to hate you forever. But that's because Ethan Klein expects and wants us to settle. And he doesn't want to take this to court. And he wants us to spend as much money as possible having to read this stuff, this like drivel. So there's a lot in here. There's a lot I can't talk about, but there's a lot that I can talk about, which will be exciting. So tomorrow, we have a big fun stream. And then we'll do, once we're done with the lawsuit, we'll do some fun variety content, and then I won't be talking about it for a little bit as as I pursue legal action and all this other stuff. Then why did you delete your VOD? Listen, I'm going to say this once, so I need you. No! Listen, I'm going to say this once, so I need you to listen, okay? I need you to listen as hard as you can, all right? Listen as hard as you can. You got it? You can do it? All right. Twitch auto deletes VODs after 60 days. But luckily, I actually saved that highlight. So it's actually up right here. 3 hours and 52 minutes of glorious React content to the content nuke. And if you'd like to watch it, here you go. I'll post it in chat right now. Share, copy to clipboard. It's right here. All of it in its entirety. Before I start watching, right before I start watching, all the way till I'm done watching. All right, buddy? It's all right there. I can't do anything about Twitch automatically deleting VODs after 60 days. Sorry. The VOD that showed what I did before that, before watching the broadcast, before watching, the content nuke, that doesn't exist, but this exists. So actually the entirety of my reaction is not deleted. I saved it. So please, by all means, enjoy. Tell me what you think of the extra 2 hours and change that I added to it. All right. Okay, well.
My lawyer can't do fucking shit.
Dude, they're so dumb. Post a link to the whole video. For the love of God, save yourself. Why are they so stupid? Why are they so dumb? Just don't get it. How can one person be so stupid? All right. I laughed so hard I hurt my sides. Ow. All right. Anyways, yeah, that's going to be it for today, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tomorrow, we will cover the legal document, and I'll go over all of the parts that I think are really funny. Again, I wish I could talk more about all of the legal actions that we're considering and how everything is unfolding, but I just can't right now. I also want to say thank you for the fact that we've raised over $15,000. Almost $16,000. I really, really appreciate it. I want to do like an ongoing fundraising effort, and maybe we can do some fundraising stream or something where, I don't know, maybe we'll have special guests on, or maybe we can do something fun. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. We'll maybe we can come up with something exciting to do. So yeah, I'm very excited to talk about stuff. I'm very excited to go over all this stuff. It'll be really fun. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. I will see all of you wonderful people tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated. Tell your homies you love them. And I will see you in the next one, everybody. Bye.